Hello, good morning. Excuse me. Welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauren, and this is the morning routine from our home. Isn't it nice? I'm just going to turn this camera down a little bit here for you. And we'll be starting here today with our mat on the floor. Let me come also a little bit closer. Here we go. I didn't have my assistant helping me set up today, so it's harder when you're by yourself. It'll just be me today. Ian's out working in real life. So here I am. There, that's better, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Hello. Good. You may need some water, a little bit of space, and we'll get started by lying down on our back and breathing. Here I go. So get nice and comfortable. Lying down on your back. If you like your legs out straight or your knees bent, I prefer my knees bent. Gently place your hands on your belly, and we'll start with our breathing. Just start taking some nice in and exhales, both in and out through the nose. And start lengthening those to about 4-second inhales and 4-second exhales. Repeat that again. Inhale for 4 and exhale for 4. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. On this next inhale, we'll begin our box breathing. So inhale for 4. Hold your breath for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold your breath empty for 4. Repeat. In. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Again, in. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. And last hold. 4, 2, and relax. Whew. That was a nice little start to the morning. Oh, a little twist, crick, crack. From here, we'll move to our ankles. Just to spice it up, I'm going to sit in more of a seated position for my ankles, but feel free to stay lying on the floor. I'm going to grab behind my knee here, sitting like this. If I were lying, I would do the same thing, but just from this position. Sometimes I like to do this because I feel it's easier to block my knee a little bit. So I hug my knee right into my chest so that that doesn't move, and I'm going to look at my ankle. First, I'm going to point my foot and flex my foot. And when I flex my foot, then I'm going to wave it side to side. I'm going to go back to my pointed foot and slowly draw a circle towards the midline of my body. Nice slow circle, scooping out all the corners. As I get to the outside, this is where I like to put my hand out and block that leg from rotating, so it's truly just my ankle. Oh, I need to do that direction again. Let's do that again. Same direction towards the midline, across the top towards the outside, no twisting of the leg. And then back to that pointed foot. Pause, other direction, away from center. Oh, yeah. And then pulling through center, around the corner, ending in the pointed foot. And we did 2 the other way, so we should do 2 this way, to the outside of the body. Scraping across the top. Coming around to that pointed foot again. And then, can you be loose in that ankle too, and let it be floppy like a fish? Flop, 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 flop. Good. Change feet. Same thing other side. Grip how you were gripping on the other side. Block that knee. Point the foot. Pull the foot. Wave the foot. Go back to your pointed foot and then slowly start drawing your circle towards the midline first, all the way around the top here. My favorite part to the outside, but don't let the knee and that lower leg move. To our pointed foot, same direction, two each way. Slow circle. I also imagine that if I had a pencil in the end of my toe, I'd be drawing this perfect circle. All the way around here to our point. And then we have to do two the other way. So two to the outside. Pinky side leads, really block that knee from moving. Scraping the circle around. And to the outside again. Around. And full point. And then floppy fish, floppy fish. Shake it out. Was that ankle as easy to be shaken out, or was it harder? And why? Oh, just looking at my notes here. Okay, moving on to some knees now. Also, yes, I'm wearing a tank top. It's very hot today already. Here we go. Now we're really lying on our back here. One knee bent, one knee flexed. Flex that knee as much as you can, or bend the knee as much as you can and hold it bent. Now, slowly straighten that knee. Oh, it's early. So just a gentle straighten to start. Let's play with that foot while it's there, pointing the foot. That allows you to straighten the knee more. Pulling the foot to the shin. And then just bend that knee and switch legs. Bring the other knee up, deep knee bend. Extend at the knee to straighten. Oh, yeah, feels good. Maybe point the foot, try to straighten it more. Pull the foot to shin. And then bend the knee closed. We'll switch legs again. Other knee comes up, gently straightens. Now, let's point that foot and really straighten that knee. Now, try to keep it right there. Oh, yeah. And then try to straighten it more. One more time. Point the toe. Keep that knee straight as you pull the toe towards your shin. Great. Now, go back to that pointed foot and close through that hamstring all the way to your deep knee bend. Hold it. And then put it down and switch legs. Back to that second leg. It slowly straightens. We do the same thing at the ankle. We pointed our ankle and we tried to straighten our knee more. And then we tried to keep that knee just as straight as we pull the back of the foot towards the shin. Ooh. And then we point again. And one more time, pull that foot to the shin. Feel that back of the calf, back of the knee stretch. Go back to your pointed foot and then close, close, close all the way. Back to the first leg one more time. Start with the pointed foot here in a deep knee bend. Keep that pointed foot, slowly straighten the knee. At your straight, let's do some ins and outs at the hips. I want you to rotate that femur in its socket so you're showing yourself or your own face, your inseam of your pant. Back to center, keep that foot pointed. Slowly internal rotation so you're trying to show yourself your outseam of your pants. Back to center, inseam, knee forward, outseam. One more time, inseam, center, outseam, center. Keep that pointed foot, cramp up the hamstring, fire up the back of the knee, and close that leg all the way shut. Hold it there, 3, 2, and then relax. Whew. Same thing other side. Knee comes in, point that foot right away, and then slowly straighten at the knee. Full straighten at that knee, internal and external rotations. Show the inseam to your face, back to center, show the outseam, back to center, inseam, center, outseam, center. Straighten that knee as best you can And then bend, 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 bend all the way to closed. Full closure, 3, 2, and place that down. Whew. Whew. Yeah, I'm hot. All right, legs go out in front of us. Arms at your side, palms up. Bring one knee in over your chest. Gently let it fall a little bit across your body, but don't let your shoulders come up off the ground. Then slowly straighten at that knee. Slowly straighten at that knee. Maybe play with your ankle. What happens if you do an ankle circle here? What does that feel like? And switch directions. Woo! Now come back to that flex foot. Bend the knee. Pull it back through center. Extend the leg. Switch sides. Knee comes in. It falls across our body. It gently straightens. And then we keep both shoulders down. We look at that ankle and we try to draw our circles around. I really feel that across the side of the shin. And switch directions. Nice. Bend the knee. Return that to center. Put it down. Let's do one more on each side. Knee comes in. Falls over. Shoulders stay down. Ooh, I got a little bit further this time. Straighten the knee or try. Oh, I feel that all the way down that lateral side into my hip, as well as the back of my leg. Bend the knee, return it to center, extend, switch, bending the knee to the side, slowly straighten, playing with that ankle again. Whew. Bend the knee, return it to center, place it down. That was nice. Let's flip over. On our way over, I'm just going to get a sip here. Maybe a little towel too. Whew. I don't know if you're this hot. All right. Let's warm up our wrists because we're going to do some things from all fours. So spreading your hands out wide. Yeah, here we go. Spread your hands out wide. Grip the floor with those hands. Maybe I should do it here. Can you see that better? Yeah. Pack your shoulders. Rotate so your blood donations face forward. Keep those rotated forward. And with our shoulders, let's slowly start drawing circles around so that weight transfers in our hand and our wrist. Once you've drawn about 2 or 3 circles one direction, draw your circles the other direction. Moving those shoulders around, transferring weight through those hands. Coming back to center. Shift your weight forward, keep those elbows straight, and now try to bend those first knuckles. So you're coming up on your fingertips and then back down. One more time. Come up on your fingertips and back down. Nice. Sit up off of that. Can your fish be floppy? Can your wrists be floppy like fish too? Just like your ankles? Great. Let's take our palms and face them to me. So your fingers face down. And then bring those down towards the floor. Your fingers will be facing you. The inside of your forearms will be facing me. Pack your shoulders down. Oh, sit back a little bit. Now look at those hands. Push your pinkies really heavy into the floor. Now push your ring finger really heavy in the floor. And then your middle finger heavy. Your index finger, your thumb finger, push them all heavy as you sit back. Now, gently bend the elbows and peel the palms and the fingers off the floor. Whew, that's a big one. I would like to do one more though. And that one is I have a normal hand here, and then I have a back of wrist down. So I put the back of my hand down on the floor, fingers are facing me. I pull my shoulder down. I try to rotate my arm so that those blood donations are facing forward again. And then I gently sit back. This is a good one for mouse hand. Try to push those fingers into the floor too. Don't let them creep up. If you want added bonus, you could bend your elbow a little bit and try to make a fist. And then slowly straighten your elbow, or try keeping that fist. Once you have that, slowly release your fingertips and peel off the floor. That's a lot. So take that easy there. Back a hand down, second hand, back a hand, pack your shoulder. Try to rotate that donation forward. Get the stretch. A little different on this side. Yeah, yeah. Then, added bonus if you want, you'll have to bend your elbow first, make your fist, but then try to straighten the elbow again, still keeping the back of the hand down. Try to straighten that elbow and keep your fist. And then slowly release your fingers and peel out of that. Great. Let's take a little second off of our wrists and do something with our shoulders. I might change my position while doing all of this. You can do this for kneeling, but because I'm going to move this direction, I want you to start thinking of your blades today like a Ferris wheel that now go, it's hard to draw a circle back there, but that direction, like that, okay? Okay, take your arms, let's do one arm at a time. Take one arm out to the side. Think about reaching it away from you, elevating the blade, pulling the blade back to the other shoulder, pulling it down, away, up, back, down. So our blade is trying to draw a smooth circle. As you do that, slowly start allowing your arm to come up towards overhead. We're going the same direction. Ooh, gets a little tricky up here. Once you've gotten up there, let's try to switch the direction. So now it's going to go up, away, down, in. I'm exaggerating a little bit for you to see, but I'm trying to make that shoulder blade move like a Ferris wheel. And then slowly as I'm doing that, that arm is coming back down to my side. Oh, trying to keep my elbow straight. And then it ends at my side. We'll do the same thing on the other one. That's tricky, isn't it? Yeah, it is, Lauren. Okay. To the side. First direction we did was away from us. So we went up, away, down, and in. Up, away. Notice that my arm is moving, but my elbow's trying not to bend. But it's my shoulder blade that's initiating that movement. I'm slowly working that arm towards overhead. It feels good. It looks a little different on camera than I would like it to look. Now up there, switch the direction. We went that way. Now we go down, out, up, back. Down, out, up, back. Again, slowly making that arm come back down towards the side of your body. All the way down. Good. These are for your dance moves. Just like that. So moves. Just like that. It's the latest. If you're up, come back down to the floor. If you're down, great. Stay down here. We're going to move on into a little bit of our low back first. So assuming that kind of cat-cow position, hands are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. We'll first work through our lumbar spine or our low back only. So all I want right now is pelvis or tail to tilt to the ceiling. And then use your abs, pull the floor together, and tuck your tail underneath you, rounding your low back. Tail to the ceiling, pushing the floor away from center. Tail tucks under. Pulling the floor together, use your abs as you do that. 2 more times each way. Tail tilts to the ceiling. Nothing else is moving. I think we should do one more. Tail to the ceiling. Tail tucks under. Oh. Now, can we think about getting our lateral hip bone to our shoulder? So a little bit of a twist this time. I'm twisting my low back a little bit, getting it to center, and then thinking about it, putting my my lateral hip to my shoulder. Here and here. I think it'd be weird if I turned to show you a back view, so you have to just figure it out with this view. Now, let's stay here for 1 second, tuck your toes, and just gently push your knees up into a down dog. Take a couple breaths, try to push your heels down, push your chest back, breathe, and then come back down to your knees. Extend your hips and sit up tall. We'll play our game of swords here. This is where I have one sword. Sometimes I get this mixed up. I have one sword in my sheath behind my back. And I have one sword. Oh, they're both back. That's right. We play with clubs, and that's a different move. Not crank on my low back and not have funny wrists. From here, slowly extend both elbows away from you. Start passing through the T, and you'll switch. One arm will go into internal rotation. The other arm will come to external rotation. Put the sword down your back and up your back. Don't touch your back. Hold. Keep your ribs down, your butt squeeze. 3, 2, then extend your arms again. Elbows straighten. Pass through center. Rotate. One hand up your back. One hand down your head here. Check in with that ribs, hips, making sure we're not arching. Repeat. Extend at the elbows. Pass through center. Internal, external rotation. You didn't have to stand during that. That was just a demonstration. Last time. Whoops, my head. Extend to the T. Rotate. Last one. Come back to all fours. We'll work on our T-spine. Hands find the floor. Knees under shoulders, knees under hips. I want you to lock in your low back this time. So last time we were moving our pelvis. This time pelvis stays stationary into a neutral place. That means not tucked under and not tilted to the ceiling, but just somewhere there where you can keep your abs braced. Pull your shoulders down. Sorry, my computer's running a little hot. It's really low right now. Hope nothing changes. All right, neutral low back. Pack your shoulders. Slowly think about pushing your chest through, lifting it in front of you, but not arching your back. I imagine somebody pushing a fist into my upper back. 3, 2, and then just relax, but don't go far. Check in with that low back. It's neutral. I come through the screen, and I push my fist into that upper back to drive those vertebrae through. Keep your chin tucked. Kind of pull the floor together underneath you. Think about lifting your chest forward. 3, 2, relax the tension, don't go far. Again, keep that pelvis neutral, check. Brace abs, last one. Pack shoulders. Think about extending that T-spine, lifting your heart forward, pulling your shoulders down, breathing, not cranking on your neck. 2, 1, and slowly relax. Great. We'll do a little rotation of this. Oh, no. Oh, I'm back. Okay. Hi. They just said my internet connection was unstable, but there's more than that that's unstable. All right, we're back. I'm going to continue. Hopefully you're still there. Where was I? Rotations. We're kneeling again. She's hot. The computer. Hand across your body, across your body. Either tall kneel or low kneel, whatever's comfortable, or sit in a chair. I'm going to just get tall here. I want you to keep your hips forward in this. Nothing moves but your upper body. For the first time, rotate one direction. As I rotate to my left, I think about pushing my left hip forward so that it doesn't come with me. Back to center. Other side. I rotate to my right, and I keep pushing my right hip forward. Back to center. We're going to add to that. We're going to rotate to the left, push that hip forward, and then we're going to do a lateral or a side bend that direction. So kind of back on a 45-degree bend. Pull yourself back up. See if you can rotate further. Hips don't go. Little bit of a side bend. Back up. Let's try one more. Rotate. Lateral bend. Back up. Pull to center. Other side. 3 on the other side. As you rotate, remember not to with you for the ride. Rotate your upper body. So imagine my rib cage rotating. And then I do my side bend. And I come up. And I try to rotate further. And I do my side bend. And I come up. One more. Rotate. Side bend. Come up. All the way to center. Relax. That wasn't mandatory. Let's get back into some crawling and some squats / lunging here for 3 sets. And then we'll finish with some hips and stretch. First crawl is going to be our elephant. So we already explored our down dog for a second. Let's get back there. You can be stationary or you can move if you want. I'm only going to move around my mat here. Hands are on the floor, toes tuck, knees lift. First, think about pushing the floor away. I want you to try to get your heels down. And can you try to lift your toes while you're here? I know, that's hard. Now, put your toes back down. Either stay, or could we go for a little bit of a crawl? If we crawled, it'd be opposite hand and foot, taking little baby steps, pushing that tail up to the ceiling. Remember, you can crawl forward. You can also crawl backwards. Still that contralateral step, be a real animal. Opposite hand and foot. Once you get back to where you started, take a second. Push those hips back, push the chest back, and then walk yourself up to a standing position. Whew. From our standing position, we're going to squat. I know. Let's first hang out in our low campfire squat. Excuse me. I find my stance. I push my knees out. And we're going to hang out down low as you go. Right? I have a timer. Let's go for 10 seconds this first time. 3, 2, here we go. We're sitting around the campfire, toasting cheesy toasties and marshmallows and my favorite s'mores. As I'm here, okay, we have to stand up. That was an easy one. That was 10 seconds. Let's go for 20 seconds next time. I'll talk about our bottom position this time. 3, 2, sit back down. Notice as I'm here, my chest is forward. My knees are over my toes. I'm a little bit forward, but my knees aren't touching my chest here. So still try to have that extended spine. And maybe your low is here, and that's okay, but it's kind of a lot harder, especially when I lost track of the time. 3, 2, stand yourself back up. Shake it out. Let's do that again, but take it slightly wider. Toes out slightly. This time, we push our knees out and we slide down to our low sumo squat. Can you shift weight? Knees over one toe, knees over the other toe. Hold 3, 2, and up. You know how much I like holding squats, so we don't hold them for that long. Whew. Let's come back to the end of our mat. Walk ourselves out into our plank position and do a lizard. Hinge, hands find the floor. Walk yourself out to that high plank first. From here, left foot comes up towards left hand. Straighten that back leg. This time, shoot energy out your front kneecap and out your back heel. So your legs are scissoring away from you. Hold. 3, 2, brace your abs. Lift that foot, put it back where you got it. Switch sides. Other foot comes up. Same thing on this side. Heel pushes away from you, knee pushes away from you. Energy is pushing out either side. 3, 2, 1. Try to lift and put that foot back. We'll switch again. This time, I want you to pull the floor together underneath you. Nothing's going to move, but pull your front foot pulls towards your front foot. Hold. 3, 2. Keep that tension. Lift the foot. Switch. Other side. I realize I make a lot of sounds when I do this by myself. It's not easy. Oh, what are we doing? We're pulling the floor together underneath us. Our front foot's pulling towards our back foot. Hold. 3, 2. Foot goes back. Slowly walk your hands or your feet towards your hands towards your feet, and stand yourself back up tall. Have a sip. Always important to hydrate. I did a kettlebell workout this week on YouTube. I think it was Thursday night's class, and it was quite hot. And for fun, I weighed myself before class, and I weighed myself after class. In 45-minute class, I lost half a pound of water, just sweating. Don't discount water. Drink it. I don't normally weigh myself, so don't worry. Not that often anyway. Okay, sorry. Lunging. I'd like you to stand like this. Take a step back with a single leg. I'm going to step over my mat. We're in our lunge stance here, like we would get down via our Turkish get-up. Think about your hips. First, tuck your tail under, and then tilt your tail to the ceiling. Tuck your tail under, tilt your tail to the ceiling. Just so you know, I'm currently looking at the squirrels eating all of my strawberries in my garden. Just watching them have a heyday. Tuck under. Slowly start bending that back knee, and let's take about 10 seconds to descend. 10, 9, keep that back leg tucked, hips square forward. 4, 3, 2, soft landing. Stay here. Now create tension by pulling the floor together again with those legs. Pull them together. Front leg pulls towards back legs. Hold. 3, 2, now push it away. Push those legs away from each other. 3, 2, pull them back. Create tension. Prepare to lift off. Up. Push through, step together. Shake it out. Same thing, other side. I'm going to step back with my other leg to my drop back lunge position like I would in my get up. Tall, tall. Start at the hips. Tail tilts to ceiling. Tail tucks under. Tail tilts to ceiling. Tail tucks under. Keep that tuck position. Get ready. Keep that tuck. Slowly. 10-second descend. Ooh, I got a massive more stretch on this side this time. And that hip flexor, it's a little bit more here. 4, 3, 2, soft landing. Pull the floor together. Hold. Squeeze your butt. Pull. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now push the floor away from each other. Push away. Pull it back together. Create that tension. Get ready to lift off. We're up. We step together and we shake it out. Yeah. We have one more curl, and it's a bear. Most things we've done today, we've gone forward or backward. I'd like to travel sideways in our bear curl. I'm going to come down to the end of my mat and start working that way and come back. Let's mirror pattern this bear first with our knees down. So come on down. Place your hands on the floor. Keep your knees down for this first set. I want you to also have your toes tucked. That means like this. Taking opposite hand and knee, take a baby step to a direction you have. So I'm going to my right. Opposite hand and knee step, opposite hand and knee step. Do that for 2 more. Bracing your abs as you pick up your leg and as you pick up your hand. I definitely just did 3 more. Maybe that's all you do. Maybe you do that with your knees off the floor. Continue or lift your knees, still opposite hand and knee. No twisting and no dropping that honey pot off your back. All the way to the end of the mat here, so about 4 to 6 steps, and then go back to where you came from. No twisting, no dipping. I like to think about my knees staying the same distance off the floor the whole time. Back to center and relax. Whew. Probably not that efficient to go sideways for a bear, but this time, let's stand even wider. Hi, sorry, I just got a great idea. Let's stand even wider than hip width, even wider than your sumo stance too. We're gonna sit back in this imaginary chair behind me over here. So this time, this leg is staying straight. My knee's still going over my toe. My butt's reaching back behind me. My chest is lifted. I probably get a stretch here. I push myself up and sit to the other side. Hips sit back. I sit in my imaginary chair. I push up, other side. Pay attention to what this foot is doing. It could either be like myself or it could pivot to that heel, but pick one. Push up. As you start getting lower, I want you to make sure that even though you can get low, again, your chest is not resting on that knee. Up. One more time each side. Sitting. Eventually, one day, you'll come all the way down, touch the floor, and get back up. And to the other side, you'll come all the way down one day, touch the floor, and get back up. There'll still be sounds though. Okay, this is what I'd like to do. Our hip circles or our hip bars. Finish with some, get that prop right here. Okay, got my nice sturdy chair, my nice plants. I do have to water today actually. Yep, it's been a while. Sometimes I forget. Don't tell. All right, that bought you enough time to get your balance aid. Stand up tall. You're gonna kick it, I'm gonna give you a side profile here. You're gonna kick it back behind you without arching your low back. I want you to then start turning it. So the ankle's gonna go behind you and the knee's gonna start coming out to the side. Come up so you find your 4 position here. And just pause. See how I let that hip go? Set up tall. As you pull this knee, can it come up? And pull around to the front as high as you can get it. And then repeat. Let's do it again. Straight to the back. It starts its rotation, so the ankle is going to rotate and go behind me. Whoop. I'm going to end up in my 4 position first. Then I'm going to keep lifting it and pull it around to the front. Brush it back. Let's try to stay on the same leg and do the other direction. Knee comes up to the front this time. Lift it high. To the side, high. Now, last time. High, 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 high. High, 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 high. Too high. Drop it. Internally rotate. Reach it behind you. Unrotate. And under. And relax. Whew. Same thing. Other side. We did 2 to the back first. I don't know what perspective I like the best here. Bend the outside knee. Tall right away. Reach straight back. Start your turn. Try to lift that knee up. Then pull it around to the front. Brush it straight back. Repeat. Brush back. Externally rotate in that socket. Find number 4. Either flexed or pointed foot. Both are fine. Pull higher to center. Straight back. Pause. To the front. Front high. Excuse me. To the side, keep it high, keep it high, keep it high. Now it's too high. Drop it. Internally rotate. Reach it all the way behind you. Repeat. Brush to the front. High. Side. High. Too high. Drop it. Internally rotate. Reach it behind you. And down. It's fun to explore those are high positions, but when I say it's too high out the side, is that even when I get here and I go to do my internal rotation this high, you'll see I get a hip hike and it gets crunchy in here. So I like having this range, but then let's drop it and do it well. I know you were wondering that. Let's keep this chair here just in case you need it. Just for a light little tap, tap. Okay, the grand finale. Balances to finish. I'm going to start in parallel feet first. Narrow stance. On the room. Come back to center. Whoop. Come back to center. Slowly descend. Heels come down. Let's repeat, but add on if you'd like. If that was hard enough, do it and do it awesome. Roll up. You're really high. You're in 4-inch heels. I want you to stay in 4-inch heels as you think about transferring your load to a single leg. So when you transfer, don't drop any inches out of those heels. 3, 2, place the other foot down. Stay high. Stay high, stay high. So you shouldn't see my head drop when I transfer my weight. It might just wobble. 3, 2, back. Excellent. First position, second balance here. I just slightly turned out. I squeezed my time. Tall. Find your balance on your toes here. We're not going to transfer. Well, we might. Never say never. Find your balance here of your head. Back to center. Woo! Slow descent. Okay, again, maybe that was it. So do that again. Or let's come up. This is for our ballet instructor. Let's come up here. You're going to think about transferring weight. So notice I definitely did a shift over that because I want to line underneath me. What she always said is imagine balancing out this eyeball, like something's pulling you up here. Let's try to transfer our load and hold. 5. Keep practicing, but we're almost done. Oh, I'm back. Hold, try to transfer, hold. 4, 3, 2. The spinning wheel of doom. Hold, hold. Let's try to get her. Yes. We're almost done. We're almost done. I know my internet is telling me things. Hold. 3, 2, slow descent down. Great. Shake it out. Well, that was fun. Thanks for joining me this morning. I hope your legs feel like that now. Or this. Okay, I'll stop. Thank you for joining me. That was